Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Night 13, and you can call me Night 13. So, how is everybody doing tonight, today, this evening, or wherever you live? Okay, I have a girl story. I've probably told this to a bunch of all of you once or twice before, but it never gets old. Alright, so I was about maybe 10 or younger than that years old. I got off the school bus, walked home, and took out my key from my front pocket of my backpack, and I'm opening the door and I'm like, and I stop, jiggling my key, and I stop, and I hear, and I'm like, what's that weird noise? Probably nothing. Probably my dogs, my cats. So I continue opening the door, jiggling my keys. So I finally get the door open. I I say to all the dogs that we have. We have like maybe four dogs, maybe like 6, 7 cats in the house. We have more cats than dogs. Uh, we weren't really the cat. We're not really cat people. We weren't really cat people at the time. But my mom said, "Here's a cat. Here's a cat. Here's a cat. Here's a cat." And I'm like, okay. So my job was to feed the dogs and the cat and do my homework. So I go in my room and I take my piece of paper out that my teacher gave me. Notes, right? Notes, right? I took notes, right? So I'm like, get on my computer, and this is all true, ladies and gentlemen. This is all true, boys and girls. This is all true. So I get my piece of paper, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, what? So I turn on my computer, so I try, and this is a really, 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 really old computer. So I look around. I'm like, where's the on button? Oh, there it is. So I'm slowly, I don't know why I'm doing this slowly push the on button, and it says loading, waking up. So I'm like, okay, let's see, get that piece of paper again. So I grab that piece of paper again. Oh, okay. It says what? No, three paper essay. Three paper essay? Oh my god, I'm gonna be here all night. Okay. So I do. I'm on my computer. It is up, like it woke up and everything. So I'm like typing, I'm like do. This is for history, you guys. I hate history. I hated math. My best subject, my best sorry, my best subjects was PE, art, and science. And boy, I love science. And you guys probably thinking or saying to me in the comments, nerd. Yes, I am a nerd, but I don't care. I'd rather be a nerd than not a nerd. Okay? So, typing, my history paper up about some president. I stop. I feel a cold breeze on me. I turn my head left and then right, or right and left, and I'm like, turn around. There's no one there. So I'm like, okay, probably the cooler. We have a cooler. Okay. And by the way, my parents are or my mom's home, or my stepdad's home, by the way. So I'm like, okay. And then I stop. I hear, get And ladies and gentlemen, this is all true, boys and girls. And it wasn't a nice get out. It was get out. And I was like, and my sister was home by the way too. So I'm like, Holly, quit teasing me, quit pranking me. And my sister comes out of the room, you hear her open her door, and her door creaks, okay? And she stops. Dum, 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 dum. It wasn't me. Then it wasn't, and I'm like, if it wasn't you, and I'm so typing, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Was it Dan? Because Dan's in the kitchen making dinner, and this is like 6 o'clock in the evening, okay? So I'm like, she's like, no, I'm gonna go back in my room and do my homework. I'm like, okay, have fun doing your homework. And she's like, wow, you look like you got a lot done. I'm like, I'm trying here. Has to be a 3-page essay. So I'm trying here. And she goes, you know you misspelled that word, right? And I'm looking at the computer and what I wrote. And I'm like, ah, flip, she's right. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is all true, okay? So she goes to her, she goes back to her room. She opens her door, because she shut her door. She opens the door, and her door goes, and then back to, so she shuts her door hard. We don't know why her door squeaks, or aches, or whatever, but my bedroom door does not do that. My bedroom door has this in my room. My bedroom has this in my bedroom. A squeaky floor. Or where I step, I hear it. Doesn't matter where I step, I hear it. So I get up to go to the bathroom. And by the way, I'm taking a flashlight in the bathroom. Because the bathroom light flickers a lot. So I bring a flashlight every time I use the bathroom. And this is all true. And so I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands in the middle of that, right? And I'm like, back into my work, typing. I'm like, my mouth is kind of dry. I'm gonna go get a glass of water. So I get up, and of course, my floor creaks or aches or whatever, okay? So I go in the kitchen. I'm like, hey, can I eat? I asked my stepdad, I'm like, hey, can I eat in my room? I'm still not done with my homework. It's gonna be like hours and hours before I get done. He goes, yeah, here's your dinner and here's your water. And I'm like, okay, I'll go back and get my soda. Because obviously he gave me a can of Pepsi. A Pepsi can. Because, you know, I like Pepsi, I like Coke, I like soda, okay? So I'm like, okay, so I go back out there and my Pepsi can. Take my Pepsi can, I grab my Pepsi can, sit in my Pepsi can, next to my desk, next to my water, me eating my dinner at my desk, next to my computer, doing my homework. Then I hear that sound again, or that voice again, get out. And I'm like, well, my sister wasn't hurt earlier, and I don't think it's her now, and I said that's eating dinner, and I don't know what the heck is going on. So I'm like, eating my dinner all fast, drinking my water, drinking my Pepsi. And ladies and gentlemen, this is all true, okay? Literally, every bit of this is true. So I'm like, okay, well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and tomorrow's Saturday. I'm gonna hit the sack and turn off the computer. Save my work, turn off the computer. So I'm like, saving my work, turn off the computer, because I'm still not done with my homework, okay? And then I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, use the bathroom, go to the bathroom, wash my hands, after I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, get ready for bed. The house phone rings because I sleep with the house phone because my mom calls me late at night. Anyways, So the house phone near me on my nightstand. Okay, and this is all, ladies and gentlemen, again. This is all true. So the phone rings, ring ring, and I'm like, hello. And my mom goes, "You okay? You're sleeping? I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, it's alright." What? She goes, "Your sister called me earlier saying that you said she was pranking you about saying, get out." And she said it wasn't her, and you guys confirmed that. I'm like, "Yeah, we confirmed it. It wasn't her." I heard it again, during dinner when I was doing my homework in my room, and I heard it again. And she goes, okay. So she goes, "Well, don't worry about it. It's probably nothing." I'm like, "Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it." And she goes, "You don't want that?" I'm like, "No." I saved everything I could, turn it off, and I'll get back to it tomorrow. And she goes, "And all the dishes out of your room are out of your room." And I'm like, "Yep." She goes, "You use the bathroom?" "Yep." "Wash your hands?" "Yep." "Take your medicine?" "Yep." "You, brush your teeth?" "Yep." "You got ready for bed?" "Yep." "You're in bed?" "Yep." And she goes, "Okay, good night." And I'm like, "So you ain't get home. Night. Night." Because she's a nurse, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, this is all true. So the next morning I wakes up. Next morning it gets her. I wake up like, mm-hmm. And so I'm like, and my computer was on. So I'm like, okay, my sister came in to use the computer. Hopefully she didn't delete what I had done for my work, for homework. Is due Monday, so I have to finish it. Done. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So I look, and I'm like, oh, I gotta start all over with my homework. I'm like, thank God it's early in the morning, so it won't take me out. So it might not take me all day. So I'm like looking like I'm like 6 o'clock playing during the evening or dinner time. I'm like, oh, finally done. Print. My my teacher would be happy. So that I could just do whatever I want to do, cause that was my only homework assignment. And so, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is all true. So after dinner, I go in my room, messing around my computer, because I have bunk beds too. I got my top bunk, this and that. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is all true. I had my friend Jody come over. She spent the night. I got really sick the next morning. Like I had the poison. I have food poisoning. I had to go to the hospital. Yada yada yada. Horrible. So when I got home from the hospital, I heard, "Get out, kill, kill." So I'm like, oh flip. That's not normal. My mom doesn't work Saturdays or Sundays. So I'm like, "Mom, come here." So she goes in my room. She spends in my room for like an hour to 2 hours. And she hears, "Hi, I'm Emily." And then she goes, "Is that the voice?" I'm like, "No, it says, get out, kill, kill, kill." And she goes, "Well, I heard, hi, I'm Emily," or something like that. I'm like, "Yeah, the voice is nice too." My mom, the ghost, it was like literally a true ghost. The ghost was nice to my mom, my sister, and my stepdad. It just didn't like me. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said once before, this is all true. So, Monday came along, blah 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 blah, got my homework in my backpack, this and that. And then I I went to school, came home, and no one was home, and I'm like, oh flip, mom, are you home? I call my mom on my phone because I have a cell phone by that point, and she gave me her cell phone. I called her for work. I'm like, mom, is that you making the get back, like making that weird noise? And she goes, no, we are animals. I'm like, yeah, but they want to make this weird noise. So she's like, okay, we'll call Jody, see if you could go to her house. So I call my friend Jody, and I called her. I'm like, hey, can I come over to your house? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, I will go over there. And so I go over there. Her mom picked me up a lot. They go over there, and it was Tuesday, so it was Monday, and the next day was Tuesday. So I'm like, hey, I can't spend the night. Maybe I can, blah, blah, blah. And my mom's like, just go ahead and spend the night. You can catch the bus. You can go to school and catch the bus with her tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is all true. So, yeah. So, I go to her brother comes home, and her brother lives at home. He doesn't go to high school or college or anything, but he's like in his 20s. So, so he goes, Mom, you let the dweeb have a friend come over? Are you serious? And she goes, well, her house is haunted. And this, ladies and gentlemen, like I said once before, this is all true. So, short notes is, I live in a house in Three Points, out in the desert, out in the boonies. And my house was haunted. And that's it for tonight. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Comment if you can what I should do next or talk about next. What I was gonna say? Oh, leave a like, comment down below if you can. Hit the subscribe button from red to gray. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the new videos like this. The like button is free. The comment section is free. The subscribe button is free, and the notification bell is free. And with that note, happy birthday to all the birthday boys and girls. Good night, everybody. Bye.